moving on, let's talk about it, because for some reason, Sam West has decided he will consistently give us information and advice that nobody really asked for. Let's talk about it. Some signs that your man is really just not that into you. Let's get into it. It's time for On the Know Friday.
Ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. Hey.
Sam West, we all probably know him from his relationship with, what was the name of that girl? Vivian, and then they broke up. Yeah, we know him from that relationship. But apparently, he's also very much a voice of the people, a voice of reason. Yeah, what do you call those? Motivational speakers? Yes, he's a motivational speaker. And he decided to tell us that here are a few indicators that you need to watch out for you to know that your man is pretending to be in love with you. He's just pretending. It's just a pretense, okay? He says, number one, he is not affectionate. And he says, a man who truly loves you will be affectionate and eager to understand your love language. He will make the effort or an effort to show you affection and make you feel cherished. I agree with this, actually. I think, honestly, if you look at it from a grand scope, you can tell this person is not affectionate with it. We're not talking about a one-on-one basis interaction, because people are people, lives are lived. I could be going through a really rough week or a really rough day or a really rough month, and therefore I am not showing up for you in the most affectionate way. But like, if you open that up, zoom out, like just zoom out of it and see a pattern, yeah, that's a problem. And that's not someone who's really that interested in you. They're just with you because you're there, you know? Or they're waiting for you to break up with them and you're not getting the picture. So be mindful of that. Zoom out, look at the picture, big picture. Don't necessarily just hyper-focus on this week, yesterday he didn't, tomorrow he didn't. Zoom out. Does it look like there's a pattern of no affection? Yes. If so, exit chat.
And I feel like the most important one of all is he doesn't listen to you. We have talked about how communication is one of those fundamentals in a relationship. And to be loved and is to be seen. And to be seen is to be heard and understood deeply. You know, you want to be somebody who understands who you are, what you like, what you don't like. And I'll give you an example. There's a viral video going around of a man who bought his wife this big SUV. And he's very sad about her reaction to it because she's mad because she had communicated that they are struggling financially. They are late on very critical payments. They are, you know, like they're really struggling. And then there he goes and buys her an SUV. And it's not even like bye-bye. It's still on loan. So they have to actively make payments. And he's just added onto the pile, and now he is mad that he did not get the reaction that he wanted. And we're like, all of us are like, and then he's going to say, the divorce came out of nowhere. You did not listen to her. She has been actively telling you, we need to size down. We need to just lock in and, you know, review our spending. We need to do all of these things, and you just go and add another expense. So if you are not being heard, if somebody is not listening to you. Another example of proposals, when somebody proposes to you with a ring you do not want, because I believe leading up to a proposal, you've communicated the ring you want, you've been dropping names, you've been saying things like marquee, you know. So if somebody loves you and they've been actively listening to you, obviously that's what they're going to get you. But imagine somebody just shows up with a and you're like, this is not what I wanted, and I've communicated. So even if you're not excited and they get mad that you're not excited, but you're also mad because you communicated something and they did not do it, yeah, to be loved is to be seen. To be seen is to be heard and understood.
100%. I love that quote. Another one he said was, he doesn't make plans for you or include you. And I quote, a man who doesn't see a future with you will make plans that exclude you, whether it's investment, travel, vacation, or family gatherings, and you will find yourself consistently left out. To this, I say 100%. Whenever you are thinking about your life with someone else in mind, most of those plans usually include them, right? Like, how is it possible that we live together, we are in a relationship or whatever, and I'm planning a vacation and you're not part of the vacation?
How?
How is it that I am going for my cousin's engagement and I don't even mention it? You know, like when you are thinking about someone, when someone is top of mind or even part of your thought process, you tend to naturally include them in things. In fact, you include them so much that they're the ones who say, like, yeah, on that day I can, or on this thing I can, or oh, I can actually manage to do this or that or the other with you, so you're on your own for this one. That's kind of how it happens. It's like you're invited by default and you're the one who now steps away from it. And as basic as you're buying yourself food, you're like, man, has she eaten? Amekula. You call, hey, have you eaten? Do you want something to eat? Those are very, very, very intentional ways in which you feel included in your partner's life. And so if someone is not doing it, it just means you're not actively in their mind or on their mind, and you're not part of their thought process. Therefore, it is very true. I agree.
And also, if the person you're dating is just not reliable. And we make jest of such situations where, like, when I'm with my man, I just shut off my brain. And that's simply because you feel safe and secure. But if you're with somebody and you know, if I had a flat tire, I can't call him because he probably won't pick up, or he'll just say, you know, get somebody else to do it. Like,
You have
that's
to
not my
think
problem.
through that call.
You know,
Should I call him now?
if you're in a situation where you know this person can't come through for you, and I'm not talking about just financially, even if you've had exciting news and you don't know if you should call them because you know they're just going to react in a meh type of way, that's a problem. Or, you know, even Kathami sent me a meme yesterday where she said, I know I'm an adult, but when I have a problem, I call my man because he's somehow adult here. You know, it's because you feel safe in a situation. You know, like, you'll call them and say, hi, this happened, and they'll give you like a solution in seconds. And that's what you should be looking for. Even you, if somebody is reliable for you, when they have a thing, you're also reliable for them. But it's so crazy when somebody doesn't come through for you. I was watching the Kaleche Mumo story where she was telling us how she pangaed the burial, the whole burial of somebody's mom, and he had never shown up for her in any type of, I'm just like, hey, love is a weird thing, you know. So if you find yourself always showing up for people and they don't show up for you, that's probably not the relationship you should be in.
Absolutely. Another one, he does not prioritize you. And Sam West says, a man pretending to love you will consistently put others before you. He would rather spend time partying with his friends than being with you. And that is so huge, because think back to a relationship where you had to be the one consistently trying to plan things, right? Like, you had to be the one who's consistently trying to make time for your relationship. You had to always second guess yourself, like, am I hanging out with you this weekend? Am I not hanging out with you this weekend? And sometimes you'd come up with like, hey, I want to come over this weekend. And they're like, oh no, I made plans with my friends. Like, they didn't think to ask you if you wanted to do something together before they made plans with their friends, that kind of thing. A person who's never really, you know, again, front of mind, even center or even back, right? Like, they're not going somewhere and thinking, wait a minute, what's your day looking like tomorrow? Maybe I can wake up a little early, drop you off, or I can take you to work. Small things like that, you know. It's Sunday, you've fallen asleep, you know, Sunday is lazy. God damn, Sunday is a lazy day. You have to be the one to wake up and figure out what breakfast is. No, people who just care will figure it out. Like, they'll make breakfast. You find breakfast. Unaamka pia unakula. Unasikia, wow, very nice. Priorities, priorities, priorities. If you're not front, center, or back of mind, they're not going to prioritize you at all.
Or imagine dating somebody who never shares what's going on in their head.
Oh, that's annoying.
You know, it's always up to you to guess
You're
and
guessing.
to come up with a solution and to deduce what is going on. You know, like, they'll never share their thoughts, dreams, aspirations, nothing. Like they'll stonewall you the whole relationship. They'll never share what makes them happy. Even if they're mad, it's up to you to guess what's making them mad. Why are they in a bad mood? So you're always walking on eggshells, and it's so uncomfortable. Like you never know. Like, are you mad at me? Are you unhappy? Like, what's going on? It is so draining. Nimepata flashback.
I know.
It's so draining when you never know where you stand in this person's
Are you
life.
mad at me?
When you never
everything
know
okay? Are we
if
good?
you matter to them. You know, like they never express clearly and say, hi, I like you. You know, I really want to be with you. They never. It's up to you to guess. You're always wondering, like, do they like me? So any small thing they do, you're always overthinking, saying,
You know?
was this a good sign or a bad sign? Does this mean he likes me? Exhausting. So if you find yourself always having a pit in your stomach when it comes to this person, probably not the one. Definitely not the one.
Yeah, and it's even just like the discomfort of bringing it up, because you know that if I bring it up, they still won't answer. So
Or
it
they'll
doesn't-
just ghost you because they
Thank
don't want to
you.
talk
They
about
don't want
it.
to talk about it. No. No. Sign me out. Sign me out. Where's the sign book? I need to be out of here. I need to go.
Leave
I
me
got places to
alone.
be, huh? Another one, support. And I know whenever we say support, we always just focus on the financial. But no. We're speaking about emotional support, spiritual support, socially. Have you ever gone out with someone and you're having a chat with your friends and then they gang up on you, and your partner also joins them in ganging up on you? It's like, you're always late. I'm like, who you kwanza hata? Now he starts to give a script of how late you are. As in, ata juzi, jana, juzi kutwa, da. An itemized list of all the flaws. Like someone will bring up something that is not very complimenting to you, and they will have receipts to add to this conclusion that this person has drawn. Social support is important. You know, you need to show up for your person. That is crazy. Emotional support. Like you've had a trash day at work, and then you have to go home and save face. Like you have to go home and perform the biggest performance of your life. Uko hapo music festival in your own house, because you can't be sad. And even if you're sad, they won't ask what is happening. So you will perform, be a good wife, be a good girlfriend, be a good whatever. And then when you're going to sleep, you get into the bathroom, you're starting to cry. Hapo ndio unalilia.
Yeah.
You're finding a spot in your house which is no one will hear you when you're crying. No, baby. That's not how to live. Spiritually, you are trying to try something new with yourself. You know, you've decided that I want to try something interestingly spiritual, like I want to start journaling. I want to start, like, you know, going on meditative walks. This person is like, hizo ni vitu za wazungu unafanya. Mbona unafanyanga vitu za wazungu hivi? Why are you like this? Hey! Come on now! These are, and it sounds so mundane when we say it like this, but think back to a relationship where this was happening to you. Like you've decided that, yeah, I'm going to, and this is even religious, right? Because spiritual goes past self and it goes into religion. You are trying to join church, or you're trying to go back to mosque, you're trying to go back to being a good, you know, Muslim or good Christian. And this person is like, unajifanyanga sana. Hey! Or the vice versa. You no longer believe in these things. And they're like, hata ndio sababu mama. Hey, guys. If a person doesn't support you, everything is faced with criticism. Everything is a disclaimer. Even financially, you're trying to improve yourself. You're trying to do something. And they're like, wewe tuonanga pesa, kazi yako tu. Guys.
Honestly, there's nothing as scary as dating your biggest op. There's nothing
Biggest
as
hater.
scary as dating and sleeping in the same bed as somebody who just doesn't like you. You know, they get something from you, so they'll keep you around, but they just genuinely do not care. And that's the scariest situation you could find yourself in, because it feels like you're so disposable. You know, like, I never know what could happen. He could
There's
wake
no
up
security.
one day and not talk to me, and his life would go on. It's such a horrible place to be at. So always be on the lookout. If it feels uncomfortable, get out. Like, let it be, let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save yourself. You know, a sinking ship, save you first. Worry about the rest later.
True.
This has been our show. Other signs are obvious, like unfaithfulness. You know, they don't necessarily treat you with respect among people. Like, there are signs which are so obvious, but those ones are a bit more intent. And I appreciate Sam West for summarizing it in this way, much as, you know, sometimes he do be doing messy stuff. It's okay. We take what we take when it is good. That's been our show. My name is Kathomi Kathomi. I'll see you next week.
My name is Tarife. Have a lovely weekend. See you next week.
Drinks it up, yeah. Oh, let the demo song sing. Drinks it up, yeah. Don't let the bastards get you down. Turn it around.